focused? Okay. Alright. Hi, baby. Okay, what are we doing today? I don't have glasses to push up, but I feel like they're still on my face. The reason I don't have glasses on my face is because we're doing a pointe shoe fitting. By we, I mean me. I'm doing a pointe shoe fitting because I did ballet. My dance teacher is incredible. Her name is Tamara Gross, and I'll put a link in the description to her studio if you're in Sonoma County and you want to drop by and take a class with her. She's amazing. However, today, 5 years later, I am going to do a pointe shoe fitting, and it is because I have something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which basically I'm really stretchy and I have dislocations and subluxations of my everything all the time whenever it feels like it. But I want to show a visual of what EDS kind of looks like and what it can present like. So we are having a professional pointe shoe fitter fit me in pointe shoes today, which I am very nervous about, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. It's Josephine from the Pointe Shop, and she is incredible and super nice, and I watch her videos. I'm really excited, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous because it's been a while, and well, like, my ankles and feet are really stretchy, so I think she's gonna have a hard time fitting me, which will be fun. It'll be fun for her because it will show on her channel. There'll be a link in the description to her channel of the video of my actual fitting, and then, you know, she'll hopefully link us in hers. I bet you, if you're from her channel, hi, welcome. We mostly do things with my dogs, however today we decided to switch it up. Talking about life with a service dog and with EDS. So, welcome on this adventure with us. Let's see how this goes. A little bit behind the scenes too, I'm sure. Herbie says we go have fun. You mommy a kiss? No, not kiss the air. Give mommy a kiss. Give her kisses. You give me a kiss? Yeah. Thank you, baby. Shop. This is Josephine. So we are going to go through a little bit of the background on Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, what EDS is, and then play with some shoes and see how my feet previous shoes. And this is why they stopped working for me.
Is this jet glue?
Yeah.
Just sprinkled on there? You're
yes.
Just like...
I was like, give it something to like not die on me. Even like the box, like I did a really good job of destroying the box as a newbie. That was my second pair of pointe shoes.
This is your second pair of pointe shoes? Wow.
And they're my favorite.
They're so hard.
I will mention, because this is important with my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I'm bone on bone in my right ankle. So basically,
whoa.
Yeah, I have no cartilage left.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So what happens then? Like,
so
how do you...
Well, everything just hurts basically.
Really?
But yeah. So I have 3 slip discs in my back, and that's from ballet. That's from 1 year of ballet. It's like, yes, it's very painful, but at the same time, like, I didn't notice it while it was happening, if that makes sense. Like, I noticed it much later.
So you didn't realize you were injured? And
yeah.
then later on you're like, oh, let me check
so
this
like
thing
my
out.
first dislocation, my first hip dislocation, I was stretching because I wanted my splits really bad because I wanted to be able to do a jumpsuit. He was like, you know, do these stretches at home, and we didn't know yet that I was diagnosed. And so basically I was at home with my feet against the wall, or legs up against the wall, with my back on the floor, and I was pulling my leg towards me, just like stretching.
Yes.
And then I heard a pop, and my leg hit me in the face.
Oh my god.
And I was like sitting there, like back on the ground with my leg like over my shoulder, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And so I just like kind of shoved my leg back towards the wall, and I heard it audibly pop back in, and I like rolled onto my side and like laid there for like half an hour, like I don't know what to do. And then I got up and I was like, wow, I'm really sore, like I think I really hurt myself. And I went to the doctor and they x-rayed me, and they were like, nothing's wrong. They were like, your inflammation's really high, but like nothing's wrong. They're like, you probably just like bent it wrong. And I was like, no, I heard a pop. lo and behold, when I got diagnosed a year and a half later, the geneticist was like, you definitely dislocated your hip. Like, there's some serious damage in your, like, hip socket. I was like, oh boy.
You're like real life Barbie.
Yeah,
like,
no, seriously.
All your joints are
yeah,
just
so like one of the testing things that they do is like this, and then they see how far your pinky finger can go back, and like that's like basic testing, and then like your arms.
Oh my gosh.
Everything's hyper flexible on me. So like my knees
scared.
bend back.
I'm scared to do the spinning.
No.
One of your ankle falls in front.
Seriously, I would just snap it back and we'd keep going. I know. Like this is like every day for us though, because we both have it. My camerawoman has it too.
Can you sit? Oh, seriously?
Yeah, that's how we know each other.
We met through mutual friends who were like, hey, you have EDS, you have EDS, you guys should meet up. And then.
Okay, so can you say that slower? Not the acronym.
Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Ehlers,
yeah, with an E. So basically, there's 13 subtypes of EDS. We both supposedly have hypermobile, except mine is like 1,000 times more severe with my like internal organs and stuff. Like I have a feeding tube that hangs out with me. I have a port up here for fluids because I cannot drink a ton orally. Yeah, like no, I'm fine. It affects everyone very differently, but I'm like a very severe case, which is why I think it's kind of fun to be like, look, you know, like
look what I can do, Mom.
Yeah, like, basically, like because I remember after 2 weeks when all of a sudden we were like stretching our splits in class, and I finally hit my split on the floor, like flat on the floor, and my teacher was like, whoa, she was like, Sarah, she's like, how did you do that so quickly? And I was like, I don't know, I stretched at home. And she was like, it takes people forever to get that, like not 2 weeks.
You know, I think I actually did hear about this before you contacted me. And are there things that people can look out for?
Yes.
That they can like maybe self-diagnose?
Yeah, so there's something called the Brighton scale, which is out of 9. So one of them is this, which is your thumb touching your forearm going this direction.
Okay, let me try this.
Not this direction, but
this way.
Go this way.
This way.
Yeah.
Okay,
so like
I definitely don't have it.
There's 1. That's 1 point for me. 0.
0 for me.
And then your pinky, and then can it go past 90?
Nope.
Mine can.
Okay.
And then your thumb on your other side.
Still 0 for me.
Pinky on the other side. And then your elbow on each side.
I feel very inadequate right now.
And then your legs bending back, which will show in a moment, I'm sure. And then touching your feet, or touching your hands flat on the floor with your feet straight, your legs straight. If you score a high on the Brighton scale, please see your doctor. Do not self-diagnose with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. See a doctor and then see a geneticist, please. Can I put my feet out for you to...
Yeah, do you have holes at the bottom of your...
I do.
Okay, let me just take a look at that.
Okay, these are the Capezio...
The convertible types?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you're quite wide.
Yes.
In the width. Okay, and then your toes are pretty short.
Okay, thanks, ladies.
Okay, great. And can you straighten your legs in front of you and then just point? Wow. So you have a lot of flexibility. Holy crap.
I wasn't kidding.
You have a lot of flexibility from in the front part of your foot, like towards your
And even
toes.
so, this is my problem, is that my knees hyperflex backwards, which makes it so that like when I stretch, it's even...
Wow. So what kind of issues do you run into when you're dancing?
With point shoes or like in general?
In general. Could you dislocate something when you're dancing?
So my biggest problem when I was dancing, like I was dancing like 40 hours a week. So I was hardcoring. Like it wasn't like my right knee used to like sublux a little bit. Not terribly, but just a little.
Sublux?
Sublux, which means a partial dislocation. So, and then it would slide and I'd have to like crack it back, if that makes sense, by like holding my muscles correctly, because like, you know, ballet is a lot of flexibility, but it's also a lot of like strength, and so so it wasn't just building up ballet muscles, it was also like striving between flexible and over flexing and having my EDS flare up, which I didn't know at the time, but.
So if you dislocate, you know how like when you dislocate
Yeah.
something, it's easier to keep dislocating
Yeah.
that same thing?
Yes.
So are you just like pre-made like that, just entirely?
No. So like basically like almost like when you get warm, you're more likely to dislocate or stretch. Like a lot of it's just being overstretched. So like for example, like this is super easy for me, but I'm not dislocating anything. It's just my ligaments are so stretchy that like it just doesn't like it doesn't hurt. It doesn't do anything. Nothing will dislocate today because my ankles are probably the only strong thing about me. My ankles and my feet. Those are the things I've kept up. My shoulders.
They're beautiful.
My shoulders.
Okay. So. Let's see your shoes. Wow.
These were the ones I got fitted in last, which are the Morella Whispers, and these, even if I put them on, I eat them.
So you have a really hard shoe and you're breaking it. Soft shoe, breaking it. How quickly do you go through? Does the shank make any difference at all?
It does. A harder shank is better, but it's like I almost need like a demi or a 3/4 or something because my foot breaks so much in the middle compared to a normal foot. Like,
your flexibility, a lot
like
of it's towards
it's
your toes.
so hard, like right there and right there.
Yeah.
And so when I stand up, even in a shoe like this, that's softer, that should, in theory, meld to me, doesn't.
Wow.
You see how I just like eat and like I have to pull back? Like I couldn't like balance, like, you know.
Wow.
So.
That's amazing.
Isn't that weird though?
That's amazing.
I know the elastic ribbons aren't my friend, but.
No, I think that's like, you're putting you on you.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
know
are
that
an
at the time.
You are a stretchy ribbon.
I am a stretchy ribbon.
You are a stretchy ribbon. Who needs non-stretchy ribbon?
This feels so weird too because it's been so long. But like.
Wow. Yeah, so a lot of things twist on you.
Yep.
I get that.
And like even like though this shank is much softer, like do you see how like I'm still like holding myself?
Yes. Can you actually face me?
Yeah.
And then step up onto point. Wow. I mean, you are like Instagram goals though.
I know. Like Svetlana is quaking in Russia right now, but I can't do what she does.
I mean, it's funny because like these are the lines that ballet want.
Yeah, and except these are the hardest to dance in, let me tell you.
Totally, because you're not on a straight line, you're on like an S.
Like I have like photos of me, we'll put up side by side, but like this is wild how much my feet, even though I haven't been dancing, still. And you see how much like bags up, even though when I was flat, it was totally fine.
Oh yeah,
Like
it totally shrinks.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So for you, I would rather put you in a thinner toe pad.
Okay.
So you stay closer to your shoes.
Yeah.
And there's nothing bulky in there.
Yeah. I know some people do like lamb's wool or like stuff like that. And this is my one problem spot that you'll notice too.
Okay. Does that bother you?
Sometimes. When I was dancing a lot on Pointe, it did, but obviously now it's not as bad as it used to be.
Okay.
But
So I'm afraid that you're gonna go through shoes no matter what I give you.
no, definitely. That's probably going to be, you know, a thing.
But this breaks higher.
Okay.
And it's harder here.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that it'll hold you up a little bit more than the Morellas.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have another shoe that's hard all the way through.
Okay.
Stand up for me. I think you're going to twist less in this one though.
I'm so curious.
Okay, first position. Demi plie. Is it pressing anywhere?
No.
Okay, great. Straighten. Bring your left foot up on point. It's not twisting.
No, that's surprising.
Press up on both feet.
Nope.
That's beautiful.
That is, wow.
You see how you're pulled up now?
Yeah. Well, it's amazing what it feels like when you don't have to hold your own foot.
Yeah, and you're not twisting and it's breaking in the correct spot.
Wow. See?
I fitted you in my head while you were telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, not that shoe, not that shoe, not that shoe.
Isn't that wild though? That like, I've been to like 6 different fitters, and no one's ever been able to just like.
I've done this for a long time. I dream about fitting point shoes.
Well, that's wild. So I'd love to get in 5th if that's okay.
Yeah, and it feels good, right?
Yeah.
So with you, like I always like have a goal for each dancer that I'm fitting. For you, like it's support and being able to break in the correct spot, because your foot naturally breaks so much and so low that I need to force it to break higher.
Definitely.
Does it hurt anywhere?
No.
Okay, so
Which is surprising.
The only thing I will tell you about this shoe is that the heel is really, really low.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to sew it on pretty far back and pretty tight.
I usually have to sew X's anyway,
Perfect.
so that's not a problem.
That's great. That looks good. The end.
That's wild. Isn't that wild? Like hours and hours I've stood in so many point shoes, and then that easy.
You should have came to me.
Apparently. Been doing it wrong, guys.
So yeah, there was like the twisting that was the issue, and
Yep.
like the support, which is like the scariest part for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, ah.
But it's terrifying being up on point when you feel that you're your only support. Like it's like box and me and not the shank, and
Exactly.
it's like, oh, like forget partner work, like because then you're just like,
Oh no. You need some cement point shoes for that.
Definitely.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Wow.
so happy.
So like, what did you look for? Like, what were you running through your head for?
Yeah.
Well, when I was listening to all of that, I was like, support's number one, because safety, right?
Yes.
Because, yeah, so safety was my number one concern. And then I saw the profile of your foot. You have a really high profile, wide. You're slightly tapered, but not really. Your toes are really short. And your ankles are insane. And the way that your foot breaks, it breaks really low. So most of your flexibility is like on your toes. So if you have a shoe, most shoes are gonna buckle right where your toes are.
And that's been my problem.
And then the shoe twists. So, and then you have that type of foot that twists a lot in most shoes. So I need to prevent the twisting.
Yeah.
So I looked at all of those things.
Wow.
Sherlock Holmes of point shoes.
No kidding. Oh my gosh, guys.
You found the right place to go.
You have EDS and you need point shoes. This is the place.
I know, right?
We finished. We finished at the Pointe Shop. That was super fun and super informative. And Harvey's doing a great job holding his bag for me. Well, holding my bag for me. Please sit for mommy. Sit. Thank you. Good boy. And she's got these nice bags, and I have a whole bunch of goodies to go through too. I haven't even gotten to look yet. I'm so excited, but I'm so excited. Alright, sorry. Okay, Harvey gets a snack. Oh, is it hot chicken? Oh, is it hot? Oh, it is warm. Here, one at a time. Okay. Oh. Oh, it fell apart. It's really tender.
I'm gonna have to change the battery.
Wow, Harvey. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yep. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Nasty boy. Want to show your goodies off?
Oh yes. Yes. I want to show my goodies off. Okay, so we just got back from the Pointe Shop. Okay, and I have my Pointe shoes. Obviously, they're Capizio, in case anyone's wondering, which is now my new fave. I have a new TheraBand, yay! Which is a light resistance. I'm used to a medium or heavy. However, this would be really, really nice to use for both like my feet and my ankles and everything else on your body, because TheraBands are great for everything, if you don't know that. We also have a quick release instant cold pack in here, which is more useful than you would think. You can literally just like and it'll, like, it's instant. It says do not place directly on skin, so it must be a really, really cold pack. We also have 2 more things in here. A footsie roller, which is like to roll out your feet after. It's like this wooden, like, can you hear Harvey? Harvey is so loudly drinking water in the background. But this is a foot roller, and it's really, really nice. And you just like roll your feeties out after you're done doing point work, and it feels so much better. And then we have this cream that is called Sore and Tired, is magnesium sulfate formula, fast drying, non-staining. Harvey, shh. Harvey. Thank you. So this is like for like aches and pains, basically. I have the thinner toe pads that she set me up with and my new shiny pointe shoes. So I can't wait to get these all sewn. Oh, my drink is on top of the car.
Oh.
My drink is on top of the car. Thank you, kind stranger. Harvey, shut your mouth. But I'm super, super thankful for Josephine for, like, A, being down to fit me, because I know that it's, like, really scary, as she said multiple times, how, like, it's really scary to fit someone who has any kind of medical conditions. Harvey, enough. Lie down. 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 Thank you. It's really scary to fit someone who has medical conditions, especially when the medical conditions have to do directly with a thing that you're fitting them for. So I'm very thankful she was willing to take me on and found me a really good pair of shoes. And I cannot wait to show you guys more as I keep going. So, yee. I'm really, really excited, honestly. Like, I can't wait to sew these things and get some échappés going. You thought you saw pretty feet on TikTok, you get ready.